Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Book It Better Wrestling Show. I am Max Whitman. This is the WWF 94, I apologize. It is almost 1995. Getting my practice in. We are December week 3 of 1994. Only 2 more episodes of Raw for this year. Only 1 more pay-per-view that is in your house. That's where we're heading to now. It's a pleasure to sit down with you this afternoon, as it always is. Play a little TEW. We got the music now. We're upgrading, moving up in the world. Theme song here. This is Red, White, Black, and Blue by Peg and the Rejected. Giving this one a go. We're heading towards In Your House. All our storylines are hot. Got back-to-back good shows. Back-to-back very good shows. And looking forward to keeping that going as we move on into the new year. So I gotta get practice calling this WWF 1995. I actually haven't decided yet. I actually was debating that topic just this morning, actually. Do I change the name of this save to WWF 1995 when we cross that threshold? Do I keep it at WWF 1994, or do we just call it WWF Classic? I think WWF Classic has a good ring to it. We'll figure that one out when we get there. Only 2 more weeks and we're there. I'm excited for this upcoming pay-per-view In Your House. I think it's going to be solid. It wasn't one that I really had high hopes for when I first put it together. But the more we go, the more we play, and the more episodes of Raw we put up, the hotter the storylines get. So it's got potential to be a solid pay-per-view. But enough of that, enough looking towards the future. Let's jump right into our episode of Raw here. And we're going to open it up, yet again, another 100 rated segment. This is basically, you'll notice I'm just doing freestyle segment, angle. I'm no longer typing in what's going on. That's because I'm using my notebook now. I'm actually really enjoying writing the TV out. That might actually be my next creative meeting, is using a notebook to write TV and write actual TV. So basically I'm using my notebook here. I've got my timestamps down, how long each segment's going to take. The segments are numbered as if I'm writing a television show. It's a very, very rough television show, but I'm writing it. So anyway, this segment here, HBK is opening our show with an interview and says that he has won a triple threat match once before already for the Intercontinental title. He doesn't see any reason why he won't be able to beat those same 2 guys again. To that, Razor Ramon enters the screen. He doesn't say a word to Shawn Michaels, to the old Heartbreak Kid, the HB Shizzle. Instead, he pops his toothpick, throws it in the face of Shawn Michaels. The 2 brawl a little bit. They're quickly pulled apart. And Razor Ramon and HBK are both escorted out of the interview area, and they go their separate ways. So HBK, confident, as he always is. Razor, arrogant, as he always is. And we score 100. So, fantastic. In our next match, our first match of the evening, it's the Hart Foundation defeating the Smoking Guns in just under 12 minutes. Owen Hart defeats Bart Gunn by submission with the sharpshooter. Owen pulls an 87, Jim a 74, and the Smoking Guns 56-54. Good quality match, 77 rating, very, very good match. And the Hart Foundation pulls off the victory. Next, moving on, it's Chris Jericho. Our world champion is out to the ring. Chris Jericho's cutting a promo about facing Tanaka. He's facing Tatanka. He says that he's not worried about In Your House at all, and he's not embarrassed about failing to defeat Tatanka in 10 minutes because he let Tatanka win. It was his choice not to beat him. He intentionally didn't put the walls of Jericho, or the Lion Tamer at this point. He didn't put the Lion Tamer on as forcefully as he could have because he didn't want to beat Tatanka. He wants to show the world that garbage wrestlers like Tatanka should never and will never be champions. He says the World Wrestling Federation champion should always be a wrestler like him, a world-class wrestler, somebody who could go anywhere and have success, somebody who the fans come to see every time he laces up the boots, and you know that when he gets in the ring, you're going to get an A-plus match, a 5-star match. Tatanka is none of those things, and Jericho's going to prove it at In Your House. So very confident Chris Jericho. Here we get Diesel in action. Diesel taking on Kwang. Diesel's going to defeat Kwang in 10.5 minutes by pinfall after a jackknife. Diesel and Kwang do not click at all. That's why we got the 62 here. Diesel pulls a 63. Kwang an in-ring performance of 39. So Kwang tanked this match. It wasn't supposed to be a great match anyway. It's just a match to get Diesel out there because it's been a while since I used him in a match on TV. Well, actually, he wrestled last week, but hasn't been in a singles match in a while. So it's just a match to get Diesel some work in the ring on his own. And Kwang really performs poorly, kind of drags it down, but I don't think it's going to hurt our show all that much. Here we have a sangle, I'm saying here. A segment. It's an angle. Sid Vicious did not do well out of script, nor did Adam Bomb. Okay, that's good to know. I guess I should have known that. I grew up in the prime Sid Vicious era. I should have known that I need to give him a script. But anyway, Sid and Bomb, basically here, Sid is all over the place. First, he demands that he and Adam Bomb receive a rematch. They want the World Tag Team Championships back, to which Adam Bomb is in agreement. Then he says the titles don't matter. Adam kind of taken back a little bit. He says titles don't matter because both he and Adam Bomb are the rulers of the world. He says none of it matters. Nothing matters. The world is nothing but a snow globe in the hands of Sid Vicious. Simply a snow globe in his hands that at any moment he can drop and shatter into 1,000 pieces. With that, Sid laughs maniacally and walks off, leaving Adam Bomb standing there looking confused. Adam Bomb seems to have no idea what's going on with Sid. He can't seem to rein him in. But Sid is growing more and more paranoid, more and more psychotic, if you will, as we go. And if you're familiar with the late 90s, mid to late 90s WWF, to give a general idea of where this one's going. But it's about a 5-minute segment. Adam Bomb performed poorly. Sid Vicious was a star, though. Pulls a 76, gets us a good grade, a good rating. We'll move on to the next segment here. This is our main event of the evening. It's a decent match. The Undertaker defeats Pierre in 12.5 minutes by pinfall with a tombstone powerbomb. Tombstone piledriver, I'm sorry. The Undertaker, let's see. Taker and Paul Bearer have great gimmick. Yeah, we knew that. Pierre and The Undertaker have great chemistry. The Undertaker performs, he pulls a 98 in this match. A 98. Pierre, a 53, really dragged it down. But we still pull a 77. That's a solid Monday Night Raw main event. I'll take the 77. And yeah, The Undertaker picks up the win. Which brings us to our closeout segment. It's another 77. Good way to end it. It's The Undertaker standing tall in the ring. And he signals. He gives the little Aaron Rodgers belt signal. Signals that he will win the World Wrestling Federation Championship in just 2 months' time at the Royal Rumble. And that's going to bring us to the end of our show. That's going to get us off the air here with an 82. Increases our popularity in 12 regions. So it's not the 87 and the 88 that we got in our last 2 episodes, but another fine episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm happy with this one. Our storyline's advanced. We didn't lose any heat anywhere. I'm good with it. And we continue to roll on into In Your House. Like I said earlier, another pay-per-view that I'm really starting to get excited for. I wasn't excited for it, but I am starting to now. So folks, I know it's a real quick episode, honestly, only about 10 minutes long, and game time really, only probably about 6 minutes worth of game time here. But folks, I want to thank you for stopping by and for joining me tonight or this afternoon. It's always a pleasure to sit down with you. I really enjoy sitting down with everybody and putting on an episode of Monday Night Raw, a little Book It Better, WWF 94. We do have content coming up with Impact Wrestling. I'm hoping, if you were following the Impact Wrestling save, do not fret. Do not lose faith. That is coming back. Like I said, I'm hoping to get together with Kato this weekend, do a little bit of recording on that front. But for now, we get 94 WWF, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a good time with it. And it honestly, 90 classic WWF seems to attract more views than the Impact Wrestling does anyway. So I think this is kind of our go-to right now. Somebody had made a comment the other day asking for a Cornellverse save. That is coming. But with Impact and this going on, I don't really want to start a third save just yet. But that is on deck. If you're waiting for a Cornellverse, that is on deck. I'm thinking probably north of the border of pro wrestling. Will likely be the save that we do. Possible we go with an SWF or TCW, or maybe something small. I always have fun with MAW, but there is a Cornellverse save on deck. I'm kind of gathering ideas for it and writing some stuff down and kind of getting some content together. But that's going to do it for today, folks. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you liked it, go ahead and click subscribe, and join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Book It Better.